Attention all busy bees! I mean teens. I see you juggling a million things on your plate, but are you forgetting about the most important thing? That's right, it's taking care of yourself. Hi, I'm Mallory Grimste. I'm a mental health therapist that specializes in working with teens, and a lot of you guys are busy. You are overscheduled, you got a lot to do, especially if you are planning a life after high school, which I know many of you are. One thing that I know is that you are often not totally in charge of your schedule as a teenager. You've got parents who are signing you up and scheduling appointments for you. You've got teachers who are assigning homework and projects, and they don't care that you have sports and games and friends and social life and potentially even dating, let alone just partaking in your own interests and hobbies, whatever those may be. That's why I'm sharing my top 10 easy self-care tips for busy teenagers. So let's get rocking and rolling because you don't got a lot of time, right? I know squeezing and adding in self-care to your busy schedule sounds like a lot, but when you do, you will have more energy, better motivation, more focus, which results in better relationships, better grades, better night's sleep, which we could all get more of, am I right? And you will feel a lot more at ease and at peace, which makes it easier for people to connect and understand you. Oh, and I can't forget, you'll actually find that you are less sick because when you are stressed, it puts a strain on your nervous system, which leads to physical illness. Check out the ACEs study if you don't believe me. The first thing that you can do is start by drinking a glass of water at every meal. You already know that drinking water is one of my favorite coping strategies, but it's also a really great way to incorporate some simple self-care into your busy routine. Number 2, positive self-talk. If you are not talking to yourself positively, you are not alone. Many of us don't. I know for myself, some of my inside thoughts are not welcome to be out in the world. I would not be a good therapist if I didn't keep some of those inside thoughts in. Being intentional and incorporating in some positive self-talk along the way can make a huge shift in your mood and stress level and your mindset of the experiences that you can't totally control or change. And I know as a teenager, there's a lot of them. Did you know that on average, it takes about 5 positive statements to counteract the impact of one negative thought? It's true. So a quick way that you can incorporate in some positive self-talk into your day without putting in too much effort is writing down that positive self-talk that you want to incorporate in and put it everywhere. Put it on your mirror, put it on your lock screen, put it as a reminder on your phone. If you are struggling with some ideas for positive affirmations, I highly recommend that you sign up for free access to the self-care bundle. In that program, we have 20 positive affirmations for morning anxiety that you can use as a jump start. We'll likely be adding a few more along the way. This program probably won't be free forever, so you definitely want to get in now while the getting's good. Click that link in the description if you want to sign up for your access to the self-care bundle today. Don't wait. Now, I know we were just talking about your cell phone a moment ago for tip number 2, and tip number 3 is all about supporting connections and creating meaningful connections. And for this tip, you can actually use your phone again. When we are connected and we have these moments of connection and we can remember those moments of connection, it helps our self-care. It eases our mood and it makes us feel less alone and like we have people who are there to support us and they are in it to win it with us. They want good things for us just as we want good things for them. So I want you to go through, choose 1 to 3 contacts that you really appreciate, and I want you to change their contact name. Now, you can certainly keep their contact name in there as it is, but I want you to add something that reminds you of why you appreciate them or the feeling you get when you are connected to them. So for myself, I actually have a few contacts that I add certain emojis in. So for some contacts, I'll literally put the in love emoji or the heart eyes emoji if I'm feeling really loving or kind towards them. For other people, I have a special emoji next to their name that reminds me of special memory. Like for one of my friends, I have a little unicorn next to her name and she knows what that's about. That's a private joke between us. So go ahead and add that to your contact list. Just start with 1 to 3 and just see how that shifts your mood and your self-care throughout your busy day. Number 4 is turning self-care into a game. In that self-care bundle that I just mentioned about a little while ago, we actually have some self-care bingo for teens cards. Some are pre-populated with some ideas in there, but there's blank versions of that too. So if you don't want to create your own bingo game, you can definitely get access to that in that self-care bundle. But you can also create this in some other ways. You can do like a tic-tac-toe, like a competition. Well, I don't really love competitions. Maybe more of an accountability, like cheerleading on, like, hey, who's gonna like keep this going? Who's gonna break the streak first? Who's gonna get to 10 first? Something like that you can do with your friends. So definitely make it fun, turn it into a game. And if you have ideas on turning self-care into a game that I haven't mentioned already, please share them in the comments because you never know who you could be helping. Now, this self-care idea is super important because it prioritizes sleep. How many times have you been rolling, like going, and you just totally lose track of time, and suddenly you look at the clock and you're like, oh my gosh, it's 3:30 in the morning. How did that happen? I just got home and it was 10. That's because oftentimes when we are in a state of flow, we lose sense of time. So an easy way to keep us on track with our self-care, particularly with sleep, is to set a bedtime alarm. Just because you set a bedtime alarm does not necessarily mean that you have to listen to it. It's your mindful, intentional choice if you choose to put it on snooze, if you choose to adjust that alarm, or to ignore it completely. However, setting a bedtime alarm will keep you mindful and accountable so that you don't always have to be keeping track of the time too. And y'all know one of my favorite self-care ideas, and that is taking bio breaks. We are not meant to go without a break. It's not healthy, it's not sustainable, and oftentimes when we take breaks, sometimes we don't use them to the best of our capabilities. You deserve rest. Rest is productive, but it doesn't have to always be productive. So I want you on your breaks to tune into your biological needs. Do you need a snack? Do you need a glass of water? Do you need to use the bathroom? I cannot tell you how many times that like when I've stopped to take a break and I'm like, I have not gone to the bathroom in 2 hours. That's not great. Checking in with some of those core components and then listening to them while you take your break. Now, your break can totally be fun too, don't get me wrong, but taking care of your biological needs is healthy self-care. And it's quick and simple that you can build into your day at any point. Another really great, easy way that you can kind of bundle your time is using your commute time to listen to guided meditations or affirmations. I've got a ton of them that you can download in the self-care bundle for teens, so definitely check that out. But you can certainly find one that works for you. You can even create your own guided meditation using your voice memo app on your phone or whatever component that you have on your phone. I have an iPhone, so that's what I know. I don't know about the other ones. Listening to guided meditations while you are on your way to your next activity, on the school bus, on your run, whenever. It's a really, really great way to take care of your mindset and your emotional needs while you are doing something else. Now, guided meditations are a part of mindfulness, but there's a really key mindful activity that you can do that is self-care. And it's really quick, simple, and easy. And it's literally just taking a moment, pausing, and noticing and acknowledging your emotional, physical experience. So much of the time we are so go, and then we like crash at the end of the day. We just are like, the day has been a whir. We don't really know what happened, why it happened, what was working, what didn't work. Now, you can totally do a deeper dive of that. We do that often in therapy, but you can do this on your own too in quick, short, simple bursts. And so what I want you to do is just take a moment right now and just pause. What are you feeling? Now, that can be emotionally, that can be physically. Just take a moment to notice and acknowledge that. Right now, I am noticing that I am sitting cross-legged and my one ankle is feeling a little wonky, so I'm actually gonna crisscross applesauce the other way to give myself some relief. Now, if I did not take a moment to just pause and acknowledge that, I may have, when I started to get up, noticed that my foot was totally asleep, and that would have made it really uncomfortable to walk on over to my therapy chair for my therapy sessions later. Now, I've talked about this before, even in this video, and I will keep on talking about it as much as I can. And I want you to reframe your rest. You are allowed rest. It is a necessity. It is not a privilege. It is something that everybody needs. I don't know if you are familiar with Trisha Hersey. She is the founder of the Nap Ministry. Highly, highly recommend that you check out her Instagram page and read her book, Rest is Resistance. It is so powerful and validating. She talks a lot about the fact that rest is not lazy. It is not a reward. It is something that we all need. You do not have to earn your rest. This is something that she talks a lot about in her book and in her postings. So I really highly recommend that you follow her so that you get those gentle reminders from time to time as well. Speaking of reminders, keep a running log of all the great things that you do or that people say about you. It is so easy when we are just constantly going to just kind of brush off compliments or acknowledgement for our efforts, so that when we are in a down state or overwhelmed or overburdened or kind of like, why am I even doing this? We can have a little reminder of that. So I have a friend who happens to also be a mental health therapist. I know, surprise, surprise. But she actually named her notes list. You did that, girl. So you can name it something encouraging or funny, just to kind of remind you and put you in a positive mood when you are feeling really overwhelmed. So start keeping a list of all those awesome, amazing things that you do and all those awesome, amazing things that people notice about you. You're worth it. Overall, though, if you are struggling to make self-care a habit, I really encourage you to start small. Just make one small commitment and one small change and build from there. You can certainly try something out, and if it's not working in this season of life or it's just not your jam, don't keep doing it. Try your best to create small self-care habits to build upon and grow. Even when you're busy, just starting with one small thing on this list will make a difference. If you're as busy as I think you are, it's probably already a struggle to make self-care a habit, which is why having a friend or buddy in the mix can make a difference. I've already created the self-care bundle for you to help jumpstart this process. So when you sign up, ask a friend or buddy to sign up too. This could be a parent, a coach, a teacher, a friend in your class, that cool kid that sits across you from lunch but you never had the nerve to talk to. Self-care doesn't have to be a solo sport. Thanks for watching.